How are you, Mr. John?
Fantastic. How you doing?
I have been wonderfully blessed and still am.
That's great.
Yes, and so are you.
Well, you look blessed. Look at you.
Thanks.
You look very nice.
Very angelic. And you are blessed for not only starring in the film, but writing the movie Promised Land.
That's right.
I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Who knew you can write?
Who did know I could write? I didn't know until I actually got there, so that's awesome.
Right. What made you do that, though?
Well, you know, I wanted to have my first screenplay be about something that I really, really cared about. So I wanted to tell a story about American identity. My dad's actually from a small town just outside Pittsburgh, and it's a steel mill town. So like any town, you know, that's an industrial town, it had hit hard times, and his dad had multiple jobs, and they didn't have much. And as a very ignorant 8-year-old, I remember saying to my dad, "So was your childhood awful?" Oh. And he said, "No, absolutely not. You know, we had a strong sense of community. We were there for each other, and we believed that tomorrow was going to be a better day." And I just thought that was such a pure ideal that I've carried with me through my whole life, and something that I think we've moved so far away from, that I wanted to tell a story again about the absolute fabric of our country is in these small towns. So natural gas drilling didn't come into the picture until much later. But it became the perfect backdrop for us because it is very, very much like high-stakes poker. There's so much potentially to gain, so much potentially to lose, that these people are making very, very tough decisions. And on the national scale, it's just an issue that you're either for or against. And that's pretty ignorant. I mean, the truth is somewhere in the middle. And even when we were shooting in Pennsylvania, we had people, they were very gracious to let us shoot there. But they also weren't inhibited to tell you exactly how they felt. And a lot of people were against it, but a lot of people were coming down and were very much for it. And they would say, you know, we have farms in our family that have been here for 150 years, and if it wasn't for the natural gas companies, we wouldn't be able to afford the land. And I don't think we could live with the fact that we're going to be the ones to give it up. And that's a really emotional moment to have someone tell you. And so you realize that what we're doing is talking about an issue that is not one-sided. It's very, very complicated, and these people, like the town my dad grew up in, are making tough decisions.
It's a beautifully written script.
Thank you.
I love the nuances. First of all, it's got a bunch of humor in it.
Right.
And humility.
Right.
But at the same token, it also has nuances, you know, like Boots of Matt Damon.
That's right.
The absolute madness.
Right.
I mean, and they're all kind of like in a theme. It's like it flows really, really well.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We're really, really proud of the script. And, you know, it's always really fun to write with one of your heroes, and, you know, to have, I mean, being from Boston, Good Will Hunting is like, I think we all have the poster tattooed to our back. So to actually be there working with the guy who was a part of that, and then have the director of that movie be the guy who comes in on your first script, this whole experience for me has been totally surreal. He
gave you so much love. When I asked him how was it writing with
so
you,
nice, yeah.
He said it was like writing with Ben Affleck.
Oh, wow. That bag full of money I gave him is going a long way.
And who knew, another who knew moment is that who knew you could sing?
I can't sing. So anybody who knew I was thinking I could sing was very wrong. And the greatest part about writing the script is you can, in the stage directions of that scene, write, this character is terrible at karaoke.
Right, it's only going to be 5 seconds. Exactly. And one real quick thing though, another magic for me about the script is that, you know, you made me root for Matt Damon as company henchman, and Frances McDormand. Yet it's against my nature.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Right.
And very few people can pull that off. I mean, you really do need Matt Damon for that because he's likable no matter what. But it's also something that I think is very real in this day and age, that people are doing jobs that whether they like it or not, they have to do it to survive. They're protecting their family and what they stand for. And so that's a very real thing. We're in survival mode these days, and, and we need to get back to those days of looking out for one another.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Luck and everything.
Thank you so much.